Pleased to be joined with Regina Pats prospect Deschamps, and it's the first time that you're here wearing the Regina Pats colors. An opportunity to meet people in this organization. You were, of course, acquired in that big trade with the Saskatoon Blades that the Regina Pats received Zach Moore, Sam Barsick as well, and a whole bunch of draft picks. But I know Alan Miller was really excited to get you in that trade back on December 31st. Just take us through the last couple of days for you and just kind of meeting everybody in Regina for the first time.
Unreal is pretty much all I can say. It's meeting all these new guys and how inclusive everybody is. And the coaching staff is unreal too. It's a tight knit family up here, that's for sure.
I know December 31st was probably an interesting day for you. Take us through how you found out about the trade.
Early morning, didn't really know too much. Got a call from the GM of the Blades saying that I was traded. And first, it was a little bit of mixed emotions, but at the end of the day, I'm happy where I am and happy to be with a new team.
Well, you know what? I think one of the reasons why you're probably really happy to come to Regina is because there's a lot of familiar faces here. You were just on the ice with Smith, Braden Smith, played with him with the Blazers, Christian LaSalle as well, a listed player by the Regina Pats. And the list goes on and on. Corbin Allman. There's still a lot of players on this team from Saskatoon that you know. What's it like to come here and just see a lot of, I guess, your friends and people that you know?
Definitely makes it easier, and I've been friends with these guys for a while. With Smitty, played with him both years with Blazers, so got to know him really well, and it just makes it a lot easier coming and fitting in here.
Well, how motivated are you coming not only to this camp, but just approaching the off season as a whole in terms of your off ice training and stuff in the weight room, given that you've had a really successful career with the Blazers so far? You're going into your 17-year-old season, dating back-to-back U18 Saskatchewan AAA championships with the Blazers, TELUS Cup bronze medal last year. It seems like you've had a lot of great accomplishments at the U18 level, but what is it going to take for you to make that jump to the WHL?
My plan ever since the season ended was to work as hard as I possibly can this off season. I want to do everything I can to make this team next year, and I'm going to try to make that happen.
How would you describe yourself as a defenseman to some of the fans that haven't had the opportunity to see you play?
I like the defensive part of the game. I'm not afraid to play the body too, and I'm good in the D zone, but also not afraid of joining the rush and getting up in the offensive zone.
Who are some of the coaches and people along the way that you would like to thank in terms of how they've helped develop you as a player?
My D coach this past year, Blair Jones, unbelievable mentor for me. He played in the NHL, so he was able to teach me some things, and he's one of the big reasons why I'm here today.
And just coming to the city of Regina, I'm sure you've played minor hockey tournaments here, given that you're from Saskatoon. But now that you're 16, 17 years old, coming to the Regina Pats and coming to the city, do you appreciate just the facility and everything a lot more?
Oh yeah, it's so nice here. The rink is unbelievable, and it's a great city.
And I guess my final question to you, I know this past season was pretty successful, both on the ice in terms of your individual statistics, but also in terms of the championship that you won. But what are some of the things that you're looking to improve on here in the next day or so to, I guess, impress some of the general manager and maybe the coaching staff as well?
Just trying to show how hard I work, and just everything about my game, all the little details that I can do, and probably trying to get a little more in the offensive part of the game, but feel like I'm doing a pretty good job so far.
Well, love to have you here. Dayton, thank you so much for taking the time, and good luck the rest of the weekend.
Thank you very much.
Pleased to be joined with Regina Pats goaltending prospect Drake Mooney following his second state as a member of the Regina Pats organization here at 2024 Spring Development Camp. And I guess, Drake, first and foremost, what's it been like for you the last couple of days seeing the city of Regina for the first time, I think, and putting on Pats colors?
I think it's an awesome experience for sure. I mean, great coaching, great staff. People are always helpful around here, and there's no one catching an eye, so I think it's great.
How would you kind of describe just meeting the coaches and your future teammates for the first time? What's it been like meeting new people, and how have you liked that so far?
For sure. Again, I've said it's surreal quite a few times, but I think it's awesome around here. People are quite nice. I got a lot of friends who got drafted, so I think it's really cool to see them here and just talk with them, and even just new people, right? It's really cool to meet new people, new coaches, new staff. It's all awesome.
How encouraging is it to hear, I guess, what Alan Miller had to say about you in terms of the behind-the-scenes draft coverage, where he said he had you ranked as high as second on his list in terms of goaltenders going into this draft. What was it like to see that, hear that, and just know that this team is behind you, but also extremely excited to have you?
For sure. I think it just raises your hopes a bit, makes you feel really confident. And I think coming into this, I felt really confident and steady. So I think that helped me a lot settle in too.
And what's it been like just meeting some of the other goaltenders here at spring camp? Kai Zarowski, he's now at his second spring camp. Cruz Chase has been here for a couple of times as well. So what's it been like to kind of meet those two?
They're great goaltenders, obviously. It adds the competition. I really like that. Compete with those guys, push them harder, make them better. They make me better too, right? Watch them during practice, see how they move, and they see how I move, right? It's just the next generation. I think it's really cool.
Drake, you played for the Red Deer Rebels U15 AAA program this past season. Had a pretty good overall win-loss record. Your save percentage was way above 900. Goals against was under 3. Would you describe that as a pretty successful season for yourselves?
For sure. I think there's always room for improvement, but I think that was a pretty successful season overall. I know the John Reid was quite successful as well. We had a lot of great tournaments for sure, and I think we like to take that into the next season as well.
How would you describe yourself as a goaltender for some of the fans that haven't had the opportunity to watch you?
I think I'm kind of like a Marc-Andre Fleury type of goaltender. I like to talk. I like to get into everyone else's path and see what they're like. So, and I always tap my post when there's a nice post save. So,
what are some of your rituals that you have in net?
For sure. I think I like, so when resetting, I don't know if you've seen, but on my stick, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That would be my breathing kind of just reset. So breathe in 1 and then 2 is out, right? And I also like to use my water bottle, watch the drops fall down. And yeah, that's for sure one of my 2 things for sure.
You mentioned some of the mental exercises you do just with that answer right there, but what are some of the things that you've worked on physically to continue to improve as a goaltender?
Yeah, I work online with a guy named Max Stamfkeos. I'm quite sure that's his last name. If I got it wrong, sorry about that. But yeah, he's a great guy. He helps me with my mental and just physical being, and I think that's really helpful for me on ice and just off ice in general. Talking to people makes me feel a lot better, and just talking to you as well. It's great.
Well, Drake, congratulations on the opportunity with the Regina Pats here at Spring Camp. Keep up the great work. Thanks for taking the time.
Thank you.